Hello. Today we will look at the big picture of self-improvement, and I will present to you what I call the large map of self-improvement. And this map will make it much easier for you to maneuver the landscape of self-improvement. But without further ado, let's dig into it. I want to illustrate the point at an example map of the United States, but instead of states we have possible topics for self-improvement. And to the left we have things like nofap and beauty or aesthetics, music, hookups, well, a little off from the mainstream video games, endurance, nutrition, fashion, hygiene, lifting, and many other topics like job, a partner, significant other, friends, family, spirituality, health, meditation, and even enlightenment. So it's a huge variety of different topics that is displayed on this map here. Okay, but let's now assume the viewpoint of one of you, the viewer, who starts on the journey. And the first possible, viewer might start like this. We have this formidable specimen of a man here that might start with things like nofap. But nofap is obviously only the first stepping stone on a, year-long journey of self-improvement possible. And one of the possible journeys or paths this person might take through the grand map of self-improvement is this one here. The person might start with nofap and then progress towards lifting. Spend time here, then go to weight loss as they gained a significant amount of weight with their first perma bulk because they fell for the meme, and then they might find a new job, even go to university, and then concentrate more on health and meditation, and maybe even in the end pursue a spiritual path and enlightenment. This might be one example for a self-improvement journey that lasts maybe a decade or more. Another specimen, this gentleman right here, might start somewhere else, namely with lifting. This person just wants a nice body. But the journey is a little different. This person progresses from lifting through hygiene, fashion and nutrition, which is also quite important with lifting, over hobbies and friends, to the social status part of the map. In the end they find a partner, maybe aren't quite content with them, pick up meditation, and then also progress here. Yet another person, this fine gentleman on this side of the map, might start with music. They might start playing the guitar to impress the girls. And indeed, they start with hookups. Then they might go to personal hygiene, to some fashion to get better at it. Then maybe focus on some other hobbies, get some friends, maybe create a family, discover spirituality, as artistic people often drift into that direction, and then discover meditation, and so on. But there are also other possibilities. Maybe you start as this gentleman here, which is more of an academic or computer scientist guy. They start with a hobby, maybe with the hobby of coding even, and then move in an entirely different direction. They progress over nutrition, then fashion, and then personal hygiene, a thing which some computer scientists have problem with, over finance, because they think that earning a lot of money will get them ahead in life, which is to some extent true. After that, they find a nice job as a computer scientist, go to university, and have a nice family. That is also a possible progress line. And then we have this interesting gentleman here that starts with playing video games all day. But that is not a lost cause. Even this person can improve if the person wants to. The journey might be a little different though. They might progress through music and beauty via nofap, for example, and then through personal hygiene, fashion and status and all the other things that most people desire, just to find a partner, and that's pretty much the end of the journey for them. Okay, but what have all those paths in common? If we look at them on this map here, we can see a gradient of, let's call it age and importance. To the left, the lightly colored regions of the map are mainly the habits people start with. Those habits are the first habits that people mostly pick up. Things like nofap or being more beautiful, having better skin, music and video games. Things you do all the time because they are fun, even hookups for some people. Then we get to the more difficult things where you have to invest lots of effort into them to get good at it, like lifting and personal hygiene and skincare routines, fashion if you want to keep up to date, and nutrition, hobbies and finances and lots of those things. And then we get to even more beneficial ones that are, well, crucial for some people, like weight loss, because their social status and self-worth depend on them, than the social status itself, where you have a nice job, a big car, or things like that, a good job, and even good friends, or things like that, and even a university title in some cases. And then we have another layer that is even more difficult and more sustainable, and people will discover those things that are darker colored when they grow older. Those things become much more important, like having a partner, having a family, having a spiritual path, and being at good health. Those are often things that younger people completely disregard, but they are very important nonetheless. And those fortunate individuals that go even beyond that will discover the benefits of meditation at some point. And this is where true self and improvement culminates, let's say. Because beyond this area here, beyond the spiritual meditation and enlightenment path, there is nothing. This is the end. This is the ultimate goal for some people for self-improvement. Others are content with a partner and a family, or just with spirituality and philosophy, but some will go the road to the end and attain enlightenment and discover the virtues of meditation. And this here is pretty much all there is. You start at the left of the map, more or less randomly scrambled around it. You start somewhere, take a random path in the beginning, and then the path becomes more and more streamlined. At some point, most individuals discover lifting and weight loss and healthy eating, finances and friends, and then spirituality, and even a job. You start random here, and then it gets more streamlined the further you go to the right. As you grow older, you will discover more and more habits that all the other people also pursue. So in a sense, you see here a map of the future. The habits you will most likely want to pursue when you grow older and more experienced in self-improvement. And that's pretty much it for today. I hope you enjoyed this kind of map and this kind of big picture overview that helps you to really digest the information you typically get from other videos as small puzzle pieces. This map puts them together into a bigger picture. And if you enjoyed this type of video, feel free to let me know in the comment section, like the video and maybe subscribe to the channel. And if you feel like I missed something, please let me know in the comment section. And until then, I wish you a pleasant day and goodbye.